Alrighty, it's your boy Zeoxys, and today we're back with another Bleach Brave Souls video. Now, in this video, you could say this one is a guide. I'm not sure if it's really classified under a guide, but I'm still gonna put it in guides because, yeah, I guess because it helps you, right? But this is actually a video that I think is gonna be very, very important this time around. I've done this video before a couple months ago, maybe like almost a year ago. But back then we didn't have all the characters we have now, right? And I feel like with all these new characters we have, especially with their soul traits and just new skills in general, you might want to consider, whether you should be keeping dupes or if you should be feeding them in. Now, obviously, you could do whatever you want. It's not like a must do, right? You don't have to keep your dupes or you don't have to feed it in, right? It's honestly up to you. But this video is just going to kind of have you guys like have an opinion on whether if you want to feed or keep your dupes. So let's just get the simple things out first. One, in this game, most characters don't need dupes, right? 90%, like maybe 90, like 5, let's say 95 plus percent of BBS most likely only, not even most likely, they only go for one copy of the character unless it's the like new solo best unit in the game, right? Usually, unless it's either the new solo best unit in the game or if it's like an IT character that makes sense, or if it's their favorite character, right? But for example, like these characters, when Roka and Cien came out, people were going for them, but nobody really went for the 5-5, right? They only went for one copy because, again, a lot of the characters in this game only need one copy. It is very, very insane how much, you don't need that much dupes. Like, dupes doesn't really, I don't want to say dupes don't matter in this game, but if you, like, for example, don't have a character 5-5, there's some characters where if you don't have the 5-5, then they kind of suck, right? But, like, it's nice to know that most characters, you just need one copy and they will perform, right? So, for example, my Aizen is 5-5. And obviously, I guess I should just explain it a bit here. What 5-5 does is it gives you extra stats when you level up these stats for your base stats, for example, right? So as you see, my Aizen has increased stats here, all because of the dupes here and getting the Transcendence to level 10, right? And then obviously when you get them 5 dupes, you get an extra slot where you can roll for more stats of any stat, right? So you could get, basically you could say what dupes do is it gives you a lot more stats, right? Which it does. But there are things in the game, and especially with the new characters, like, and their soul traits and their what's it called? Not really soul traits. I mean, yeah, with their soul traits and their skills, you might want to consider keeping dupes for some of these characters. So, like, for example, points event, right? Obviously, the points event and Chronicle Quest are like the two main things where you really just need dupes. You don't really need to like you feed the dupes. You should probably save the dupes, right? Because for example, I need to do these stages. For the points event, every points event you actually do end up they switch characters, right? So the points event is a permanent event, but it's not in terms of the character rotation that boosts up the points event, you could say, right? So for example, these characters here are the characters that boost up this points event, right? All these characters here boost up the points event for this points event, right? The moment this points event goes, we're gonna have another one and a whole new set of bonus characters will be there. Now, why is it kind of important to have yourself a 5-star or a 6-star or anything like that, like an extra dupe, right? Kind of saved up, right? Because how it works in this game is actually, if you get a character and you have a 5-star and a 6-star version of them, you actually get 2 bonus abilities, or you can say active bonuses. You get 2, right? So if I have this Kaname, a 4-star or a 5-star and a 6-star, I'm getting a bonus for having a 6-star Kaname and a bonus for having a 5-star Kaname. And it's the same thing for resurrections. If I have a resurrection character, a 6-star of that resurrection character, and a 5-star of that resurrection character, you will notice I will have a bonus for, I think, right? Because it says here, bonus also applies to awakened and resurrected 6-star characters, right? So I would have 3 bonus characters off that one character because of the dupes I kept, right? So it's very, very important. You don't know what characters are going to be bonus or not, so it's kind of hard for points event to say what points or what characters you want to keep their dupes for, right? But obviously there has been times where it's like, because I've only had dupes for like maybe 2 characters, right? There was a points event where I only had 2 out of like the 9 characters there, and I had the 5-star and the 6-star for both of those two characters, so I was able to get 4 bonuses, right? So those there are times like that where it's gonna come in clutch, right? Obviously, you don't really want to bank if you should keep dupes or not off of that, but you got to keep that in mind that it will help you, right? For points, but for all the people who say they don't have enough points and stuff like that, and it's because you probably have like a 4 out of 5 art book Ichigo, which he doesn't really need, right? Obviously, 4 out of 5 is good because you can get a 5/5, but I would say get a character 3/5 and then you could just save, right? At least that's probably what people should start doing. Get a character 3/5 and then start saving their 5-star dupes until you guarantee get them 5/5, right? So if I have art book Ichigo, for example, let me actually just like show you guys like a demonstration here. Like I'm gonna filter it by levels, special move levels, and go to a character that's 3/5 or whatever. So for example, Nemu here, right? If I get another Nemu in the future, I'm gonna keep the 5-star, and then if I get another one, then I'll feed both of them in to get the 5/5, right? But I think if for SP characters, if you want, you could just get them 3 stars or 3 levels, my bad. Get them 3 levels and then keep the extra dupes until you have enough to get them 5 out of 5, regardless if it's with a move source or if it's with just 2 dupes in general, right? Because there's no point of you having a level 4 character, I should say, for their soul trait. Not their soul trait. I'm getting all over the place. For their transcendence, when it doesn't really benefit you that much, right? Defense and stamina, sure, it does benefit you, but it's not really that deep, right? It's not gonna like game change. That's literally what it's not game changing. It's not even really a change, right? You're not really gonna notice it. But there is that. Now things for Chronicle Quest, for example, right? I know for a lot of these, the characters are bonus, and I actually have one I can show you guys if I can find it. So here, as you see here, the only character I have that is a bonus character here for drops is Sunshui, right? Not Sunshui. Yeah, Sunshui, right? And if I go to normal, right, you will see I have a 5-star and a 6-star version of him. So because I have a 5-star and a 6-star version of him, what I can do is I put on the 6-star on the 1, right? I would probably have a carry with me, which would be like 7th Annie Ichigo here usually. That's why the gear was there, right? And then as you see, I can just put the 5-star. Now, because I have a 5-star and a 6-star, I'm getting 200% fragments instead of getting 100% fragments. And these are little things that will help too, because now, when I do get any one of these characters, if I ever get this Momo, ever get this Renji, I'm going to guarantee to have 300% because I've kept the 5-star dupe, right? So there is that. In terms of like Chronicle Quest and Points Event, again, for Points Event, it's kind of hard to say whether you should save it or not because you never know the bonus characters. But when it comes to Chronicle Quest, I think these are things you should definitely consider, especially since Chronicle Quest characters are characters you're never really going to use. I think the characters they chose for Chronicle Quest bonuses are characters you're never going to use. So literally for all those Chronicle Quest characters, start saving a 5-star dupe and have a 6-star dupe because you're not going to use them outside of Chronicle Quest. You're not even going to use them in Chronicle Quest unless you have all 3 bonuses, right? If you only have 2 or 1, you're just going to have them on the side to get carried by another character. You're probably your more stronger character. Now, in terms of soul traits, right? For example, I'm not even gonna, I guess I can show, right? But here, as you see up here, I have 2 Kanames. Now, there's a reason why I have 2 Kanames. It's because Kaname, for example, is a character that does a lot of things that I need. So, Kaname, for example, is a character that has normal attack damage plus 30%, right? And I would love to have that as my link, right? So, I had pulled 3 Kanames, so I have 2 6-stars and a 5-star Kaname, right? Kaname, again, is a character that has normal attack damage plus 30%. I wanted this as a link, so what I decided to do was build up a Kaname, get his SP or his attack up to 500, and now I have this guy as a link on my Aizen. Now with this Kaname, the reason why I built up another Kaname is because he has a skill, which is team/party, increased tech attribute character normal attack damage. So I think I can show you guys what it looks like exactly, right? I guess I put him on the team here. And Kirishiki, where is he? So this is usually what my team looks like. And as you see on my Aizen here, I have Kaname on the team now. But as you see on my Aizen here, Kaname is a link. He is a link. The Kaname that had the level 10 attack is the link on my Aizen, and then I also have the 6-star version on the team, right? So you can have a 6-star as a link on another character and that same character on the team, right? And then also characters like Rose and stuff, right? If you want mad droplets, right? I could have Rose on the main team. I actually pulled another Rose. So what I can do, for example, because 5-stars don't get soul traits, right? What I can do with my Rose here, I have 2, right? So what I can do is I can get both of these Roses to 6-stars, and then I can actually have them as a link to other characters on my team. If I'm I don't really farm. I mean, you can't really farm solo droplets, can you? I'm trying to I'm drawing a blank here. They're at stage, but let's say you could, right? I don't have it on the top of my head, right? Because every time I farm droplets is through co-op, right? But this is just an example, right? You don't have to do it like this with droplets. It's just an example for like characters like this with coin drops, or even with crystal and jewel links, right? Basically those types of characters. You can get them 6-stars, have multiple versions of them 6-stars, and then have one on the team and some as a link, right? Like I showed you guys with economy, right? So again, it's not like mandatory whether you should keep dupes or if you shouldn't keep dupes in this game. But again, it's not something that's a bad idea, right? Because for a lot of people who say, I don't have characters or I don't have enough characters for the points event, I promise you that one character you had, you probably, I don't want to say probably, but you might have had a dupe for it and fed it in and you could have kept it, right? And that character didn't need that extra dupe, right? Again, that's just up to me. Like, I personally don't feed into dupes unless they really need it. But again, as you see, I can show you guys my box. Let me go to inventory, actually. I can show you guys my box. I have a lot of 5-stars that I just keep because realistically, a lot of these 5-star characters I'm never going to use, right? There's no like box CC in this game, so there's no point in me feeding in my dupe to increase my box level or anything like that. But look, if you look, I have a lot of characters here that I do not use, right? Grimjaw. Somebody asked me why haven't I fed in all my... I should feed in like 3 copies and then keep my 5-star, but I just never use Grimjaw, right? I use Keyscape, but he's a NAD character really, so I don't really think he needs that much of a dupes. And all like seriousness, because he already has 2 dupes fed in, right? So what's the last one to be? Stamina, defense, not really necessary, right? A lot of these characters here, right? Kenpachi here for Chronicle Quest, Junshiro for Chronicle Quest, right? A lot of these characters down here are for like Chronicle Quest or just in general, right? So if any of these characters who already have the 5-star version of get a dupe or a bonus or anything like that, you guys will see that I will have 2 bonus characters, right? Cyalopro 2. I kept his 5-stars for links. Right? Not for links. I don't know why I kept it for links. Why I have 2 5-star Cyalopros, right? No, it was for soul trade, right? Let me see. Yeah, it was for the soul trade. I think I said earlier that 5-stars don't get soul trades. I would take that back then. I didn't I forgot, bro. But yeah, a lot of these characters like Byakuya I don't use. Love I've never used once in my life. Momo I used once or twice. Sajin only on the team. I've never used this Keyscape. So again, a lot of these characters like Aizen and Ichigo, these are characters I don't use anymore like that. So there's no point in me feeding in their dupe until like I really need them to get them to 5-5. But other than that, they're not gonna get fed in for a while, I think. So again, it's up to you guys. It's not a must do, must not do type thing. But if you want to keep your dupes, again, it is definitely not a bad idea. I've shown you guys that keeping dupes actually can benefit your account heavenly, right? So again, it's up to you. If you want to feed in the dupes, go ahead and feed in the dupes. But I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out later. Peace.